While Palestinians, Israelis, and Americans continue discussing an Israeli withdrawal from more land on the occupied West Bank, the Middle East peace process is at a standstill. And if you want to know why peace in that part of the world has been almost impossible to achieve, why Israelis and Palestinians can't seem to live together in the same place without fighting, all you have to do is go to Hebron, like we did a year and a half ago, just before 80% of that city was handed over to Yasser Arafat's Palestinian Authority. Frankly, Hebron is one of the toughest neighborhoods we've ever visited. It's a Palestinian city on the West Bank where the Arabs outnumber the Jews 200-1, and a place where the words peaceful coexistence don't seem to be in anyone's vocabulary.
Good morning, girls.
Good morning, teacher.
Zliha Muktasib, a Palestinian Arab, was born in Hebron and teaches English at a girls' school.
Do you see any conditions under which Palestinians and Israelis can live together peacefully here in this city?
If they stop saying all the time that we Arabs are animals, are third-class creatures, okay, I will live peacefully with them. Otherwise, there's no way to live peacefully with them.
What do you think they would like to see happen to Palestinians here?
They want all the Palestinians to be dead.
Gabriel Ben Yitzhak and his wife Braha are Israelis who moved to Hebron 7 years ago.
Coexistence is not on the cards. Hatred exists, and it's not only hatred for me because I live in Hebron. It's hatred for the existence of the state of Israel in general.
It wasn't always this way in Hebron. For centuries, Jews and Arabs, for the most part, lived here peacefully. But in 1929, an Arab massacre killed 67 Jews and drove the rest out. They didn't return until after 1967, when Israel occupied the West Bank and militant Jewish nationalists built 3 settlements in the heart of what is an overwhelmingly Arab city. They say that Hebron is where their religion was born 4,000 years ago, and Jews have a God-given right to the land. It was a volatile mixture with predictable results. And the pictures on the evening news have shown it all. Civil unrest begat hatred, begat violence, begat killings. The worst incident happened 3 years ago when a deranged Jew gunned down 29 Muslims who were praying in the most holy place in this city. At the center of this dispute in Hebron is this building behind me, a holy place to both sides. And like so much in this part of the world, it is at the same time both a common bond and a sharp divide. It's believed to be the burial place of Abraham, considered by each side to be their patriarch. The Arabs call this place the Ibrahimi Mosque. To Jews, it is the tomb of the patriarchs. And it's the reason religious Jews like the Ben Yitzhaks are here. Their home is in a small compound with 6 other Jewish families where the Yitzhaks are raising their 10 children. 2 other compounds are nearby where settlers have created an isolated, separate existence. The area surrounding the compounds looks like an armed camp. This Israeli military post is literally right outside the Ben Yitzhak's door. When their children go to school, it's with an armed escort. The Israelis say to protect them from Arab rocks. This is not an easy place to live.
No, it's not an easy place to live, no.
Why do you choose to live here? Why do you choose to raise your children here?
Hebron is the second holiest city in the world for the Jewish people. We believe that we are fulfilling a divine commandment of settling the Jewish land, the Holy Land. This is the very source of the Jewish story.
Do you feel like pioneers?
Yeah.
And so does Dr. Yaakov Ben-Taria, who commutes 4 hours round trip to his practice every day just to live in Hebron. The doctor, his wife and 5 children who didn't want to be photographed, believe that Hebron must be settled by Jews at all costs.
מי שחי בחברון הוא לא יושב בשם עצמו, Whoever lives in Hebron doesn't live there for himself, but on behalf of the people of Israel. I do it because in my eyes, Hebron is a hole in the dike, just like the story about the Dutch boy. If the dike falls, everything will fall.
What are you trying to accomplish here?
Look, we are 50 families in the midst of what is called an Arab Sea. If I can't live among the Arabs in peace and tranquility when I am 1 in 200 here in Hebron, it is nonsense to say we can live in the Mideast when we are 1 in 500. So the real truth lies in Hebron.
The real truth is that some 450 Jewish settlers in Hebron, in essence, control 130,000 Palestinians. The Israeli army, which has over 1,000 troops stationed here, has drawn sharp dividing lines between Israelis and Palestinians and sets the rules for everyone. If you're Palestinian, you can't drive down the main street that runs in front of the settlements, but Jews can drive anywhere. For Jews, it's legal to carry guns, and many do openly. For Palestinians, it's forbidden. After the massacre in the mosque 3 years ago, they even put up this iron curtain to keep Jews and Muslims apart. The teacher Zliha Muqtasib lost 5 relatives in that shooting. She lives practically next door to one of the Israeli settlements.
You see, my house is over there, and the settlers are here.
So
So
right
it's about,
in here?
Yeah.
Do you speak? Do you say hello?
No.
Do they speak to you?
No. If they want to speak to me, or if they speak to me, they only say bad words at me.
What about kids like these? The settlers have children.
Yeah.
Do they play together?
No. No.
What's it like for you walking through your neighborhood, knowing that people who live not 50 meters from your house hate you?
It's something normal, because I got used to walking in a place with people hating me. I got used to that.
You know they don't like you.
Yeah, I know it.
Does it make a difference to you?
No. So what? They don't like me. I don't want them to like me. I want them to leave my land.
That may be the only opinion that Israelis and Palestinians here share. They each want the other to leave. Braha Ben Yitzhak got an unmistakable message from a neighbor the day they arrived.
He did like that, and he said like that.
So you live in a place where you think your neighbors want to kill you.
Yes.
Why? Why do you live here?
I built this house. It's my house. I built it with my 2 hands. God gave us this land.
Could God have given it to both people?
No,
to share?
Israel belongs to the Jewish people. Everyone knows it. It's not a secret.
How do you feel about your Arab neighbors? When you pass someone in the street, is there contact? You say hello?
We don't really have any relations with the Arabs.
And what about the children? Your children and their children?
Generally, children have a much more sharper black and white approach to life. They see the Arab as the enemy. And for children, there's an enemy is treated as an enemy.
Hani Abu Haikail, a Palestinian, lives literally a stone's throw away from the settlement where the Yitzhaks live and the Israeli army post that protects them.
So you have people who live right back over here.
Yeah,
You go past them every day.
every day.
And you never go knock on the door and see how they're doing, say hello, what do you... Nothing.
They took our land because all of this land, it's belong for us. So they are a thief. They are radical people. They came to here many times. You should leave. We will kill you. They throwing stones. They make a big distance between both of us.
I understand there are many people who have difficulties with their neighbors. There are people whose neighbors play the music at the middle of the night. I can understand his life is hard. I can only suggest that he sells us our house for a good price and goes live somewhere where he'll have peace of mind.
So if it were up to you, what you'd like to see is all of the Palestinians get out of this area surrounding your enclave.
I'd love them to sell us our house and let us have our community here. And they could sleep peacefully and we'd sleep peacefully.
While we were in Hebron, hardly anyone was sleeping peacefully. A building boom is underway, reportedly financed by a $12 million gift from Saudi Arabia. Palestinian workmen are rebuilding dilapidated houses for Palestinian residents to occupy. Rumors that Jews are offering huge sums for Palestinians to sell are everywhere. It's all part of a battle for turf that's going on while Palestinian and Israeli officials negotiate a controversial redeployment of Israeli troops. Redeployment means that the Israelis will turn over security in most of Hebron to armed Palestinian police who will not only control these streets, but also the strategic high ground that looks down on the Israeli enclaves. But wherever Jewish settlers live in Hebron, those areas will still be controlled by the Israeli Defense Forces. We talked to a Palestinian who lives over here. This morning we talked to an Israeli settler who lives over here. You're in between. Colonel Gadi Shamni, who spent a year and a half in America, is the military commander of Hebron, the man who will still be in charge of the settler security under redeployment. He wanted us to see the strategic high ground that overlooks the city, high ground that, in the hands of armed Palestinian police, makes the settlers nervous. You lived in my country. Normal life there is like normal life here?
Well, I would say that in the States I saw few tough neighborhoods. I think that Hebron is toughest.
Hebron is the toughest. This is not an easy place to live.
Well, I said it's a tough neighborhood, but I guess that people will have to live together.
They will also have to get used to the idea of armed Palestinian policemen patrolling most of Hebron. For months, they've been training just outside the city. You've got a good relationship with them.
Well, we do.
You trust them?
Well, I have to. I have to, and I do.
But the settlers and their supporters don't. A few weeks ago, thousands of Israelis poured into Hebron and marched through an Arab neighborhood to pray at an ancient tomb. The demonstration was peaceful, the point political, to make sure that everyone knows that Hebron is and will forever be Israeli.
If you could sit down face to face with one of the settlers, what would you say?
Nothing. Nothing. Because I haven't thought of sitting face to face with a settler.
But how can you solve this problem if you don't talk?
Look, talking will not bring any solution. Because we talked and talked and talked. They did not listen to us. So, they don't want to listen. There is another way that makes them listen.
And that's the gun.
As for the Ben Yitzhaks, we asked them if they could ever imagine having their Arab neighbors over for dinner.
Based on our experience with our neighbors specifically, I don't think there's ever going to be a day.
Break bread together?
No, I don't think so.
Yo, these streets got me back down, how can I escape? How can I survive without bubbling weight? It's prepared for the standoff once you hand off that white rock and then give birth to a knot. Your biggest dream was to rock your 850 and beam. You and the guards by a crib in the white part of Queens, but at the same time, niggas on the block is ill. Some will rock you to sleep, hot for selling crushed pills. Being watched all day like enemies pray. Faces you never seen before is in your hallway. Brothers you knew for years, just mad pussy and scared. Back in the days UFOs couldn't walk up in here. It's time to motor, travel like a foul odor. Clear my head, stay sober, the soul controller. It's been a long time coming. A change gonna come. Oh yes it will. Said I'm too tired of living. Oh, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there. into the fog. Big Buffalo laws. Charles Mahal just got bang shanked for 80 guards. It's hard to keep up with these key-ons who smoke dust. In the U.S. Mint, they went to rock the place and called a rush. All you seen was niggas armed with cherry red valleys on the 25th. Everybody rich is getting married, killed for power beans. He brother owned schools in Medellin. Vaseline lips is cracked cause they all had dreams they overdue. These guards own a mosque in Peru. Tropical trees and weeds where they grew bamboo. Olympic minds quick flash like a Nikon. 100 years short to own Nissan. Watch them get they feast on. Royal blue lies inside the eyes of heaven. Curse the head who speak foul and jinx number 7. Clear my head, stay sober, so controlling. Stay sober, so controlling. Oh yeah, a change gonna come. Oh yes it will. Yo, we sit and play the war like 9 superheroes. Late for the men choose, I hear shots in stereo. The kid's nice, warning you twice. Run your garments, jet to Providence, switch up and back down your parliament. Iron Man is laced with a plate inside the dome piece. Go off of airports, biographies, prophecies. Watch me set it. Real Keons hold down the desert and walk with a famous name like Supreme Magnetic Carbon Copy. I love my Akash near choppy. Malachi off a funky pang with the wax poppy on instrumentals. Niggas get lost like SS Mentos, turned out like Reynolds. Keep going around the dental.